Hey everybody, this is Rex Bear with Leak Project. I wanted to reach out to you guys and bring something to your attention. There is a nuclear increase in nuclear radiation out here in San Antonio, Texas. Now, I used to not know what the radiation was from, but now I'm almost certain it's from nuclear radiation, and here's why. There was an article that I just found that came out in the local news where a company called Waste Control Specialists, WCS, they actually have a treatment plant in Andrews, Texas that allows them to store what's considered low yield radiation or radioactive byproducts. And they've applied for a permit to allow for 40,000, let me get the notes here exactly, 40,000 metric tons of highly radioactive spent fuel. And they're going to be moving much of this through San Antonio, Texas. Now, this is going to be transported from various locations around the country, and they've applied for a permit, but I think they're already doing it. And I think that's why we're seeing such an increase in radiation levels out here, because the levels, as I've been telling you guys that have been following the Leak Project, have been increasing on a consistent level since 2013. I picked up a military-grade Geiger counter watch in 2013. I've got it on pretty much every time I go out. And when I picked it up, the levels were 0.06, 0.07 microsieverts per hour. It stayed consistent at 0.07 microsieverts per hour. When I traveled the country extensively in 2013, depending on where I went, the radiation levels would either increase or decrease. When I flew to Alaska in 2013, radiation levels went up to over 4.2 microsieverts from 0.07. Do the math on that, over a 60 times increase. But here's my biggest concern about what's going on now. The radiation levels have been hitting 0.17 microsieverts per hour. I never saw that until a few days ago. And as you can see the image right here, this was taken at my house during the day, 0.17 microsieverts per hour. That's more than double what it was consistently just a few years ago. Now, when I notice the levels stay consistent at 0.08, then they slowly move to 0.09, 0.1, and then they'll start bouncing around to 0.12, 0.14. You've seen my videos in the past probably where I've shown you that it was at 0.14. And once again, 0.17 isn't a high amount, but I want to know what the increase is from. And I don't think it's from the chemtrails or from the atmosphere being depleted as much as I used to now. I think it's from this organization transporting radioactive materials through San Antonio. They're called Waste Control Specialists. They were developed and controlled by a Texas billionaire investor, Harold Simmons, until his death in 2013. And their operations are in Andrews, Texas. They've got a 1,338-acre storage and disposal facility out there. Another thing interesting is the plant is located 5 miles east of Eunice, New Mexico, which is close to what's considered the nuclear alley, where they've got the National Enrichment Facility out there. They've got the Deep Geological Repository Waste Isolation Pilot Plant, WIP, from the United States Department of Energy. So I just thought I would bring this to your attention. Supposedly, they're still trying to get it passed. They're still trying to get the licensing to allow for very highly radioactive spent fuel, 40,000 metric tons, to be stored in Texas. I'm sure you guys probably saw the podcast that I did where I went to Wink, Texas, where they had several sinkholes that were literally engulfing the outskirts of small towns. And it just smells like sulfur out there on steroids. I mean, it's horrible out there. I don't know how people can even live or work out there. It's like they're trying to turn Texas into this battle zone of just waste. So I don't think this should be allowed out here. I certainly don't agree with it. I'd like to get your opinion. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/clandestineTimeLord, also leakproject.com, and be the change you want to see. Hey everybody, this is Rex Bear with Leak Project. I wanted to reach out to you guys and bring something to your attention. there is a nuclear increase, an increase in nuclear radiation out here in San Antonio, Texas. Now, I used to not know what the radiation was from, but now I'm almost certain it's from nuclear radiation, and here's why. There was an article that I just found that came out in the local news where a company called Waste Control Specialists